It's now time for the sub-chassis. Okay. What do we do with these? So we're adding these plastic spacers. Just don't want to cross thread the plastic, so I'm just being a little bit cautious. It's quite tricky. What I might do is I might run the metal thread through it first. It just feels a little bit stiff. So if I run the metal thread through first, that should clear it away for the plastic. Way better. Okay. This is front, and that is on the front. So pass all our phono cables through. Michelle called these ears. So pass it through that ear. And then we use these bolts. I might replace these with silver bolts actually. Silver looks better. Don't know if I have any silver ones. Easy to hand. Let's go and see. So I've looked in the garage and I've got small and I've got large, neither of which work, but I do like the silver bolt heads, so I'm going to put these black ones in for now. But I'm going to look for getting some silver ones for the more long term. My first upgrade, probably. just for visual aesthetic reasons, because it won't make any difference sound-wise. Interesting. Okay, so I've done it on the wrong sequence here. So I need to unscrew Okay, so future reference, you have to put all three of these in first. Nice and finger tight. Then you can select this. Right, so in theory, because there's weights, because Michelle has put weight here and here, this weight should balance it. So balancing something on the bearing, which is what we're next going to do, put the bearing weight in there, we should be able to, it should balance on its centre. If it doesn't, then I'm going to add some weight with a little bit of lead till it does balance. It'll be interesting to see if Michelle have got it balanced correctly. So this is the bearing. Interesting. With sellotape. Probably a little bit of oil in here already. And I wanted that very tight so it didn't evaporate, I'm guessing. Oh, yes, that's lovely. Gorgeous feel to it. Look at the oil there. Yeah. Gonna make a hole there. Push that in so it stays upright. Hey, so it's nice. See how the weight is balanced on that. So that's very nice. I'm going to screw it in now. So I need a good coin, a 50p piece or something. To put in the slot there, to carry on tightening. Is that all the way home? No, it isn't. Actually, that's miles off. It's, gosh, I was cross-threaded. So make sure you check before you put brute force on anything. Okay. so I'm happy that that's balanced, so we don't need any weight anywhere else. So although there is already some oil in there, the way the Michel bearing, inverted bearing works is there's a spiral machined on the inside of the brass bearing here. So what you do is you put about 2 millimeters of oil in the bottom of the well there, and then what will happen is that the oil will get pushed into that, and the spiral will motor it up, and there's a hole at the top, and it will drain back down, and there's a hole at the bottom, and so it will constantly recirculate. So we're going to add until we've got about 2 millimeters deep well of oil. That's about right. Maybe one more squirt. Just be quick. Perfect. Right, so now I need to add, I need to attach the, there's two, I mentioned that there are two earthing straps. I have to attach one to the sub-chassis here. It's not very good connection. Just going to show you what I mean. The heat shrink is over the metal there. So I'm just cutting the heat shrink back so that I can, when I screw this on, it will make a better connection. So cut that much heat shrink back. Now it's a complete circle. I'm just using this knurled knob to attach it to the aluminium. Right, so what I'm going to do now is we're going to put this aside, and then we're going to work on the spider. We're going to need our spider, and we're going to need our feet. Our 3 pillars. And our springs. Scissors again. Okay, the trouble with acrylic is this is as clean as it's ever going to be. So, looks beautiful. That little tab goes at the back. I'm going to use this in a minute on that tab to hold the phono wires. So these pylons, the feet go on them, so we're going to put the feet. Three feet. Okay, so we will use these for fine adjustment later. I'll screw them all the way home at the moment. Okay, so these are the pylons. Inside each one of these there's a little thrust ball. So make sure there are. You know what? There's a tiny bit of grease. Just checking that the grease. Not so much there. Not so much. I'm going to go and get some grease. Okay, I'm going to add some copper ease grease. So what we do now, and again I'm just going to add a tiny bit of grease. To the threads. And there's all sorts of upgrades you can do with these springs. You can have rubberized springs. You can have rubber sort of pylons instead of springs. But we're going to just go with the springs for now. What I've got here is We have to fit the spring mechanism. We'll fit the spring mechanism with its little white washer into the holes. We'll put the washer in first, then we put the spring mechanism in. This little aluminium collet. Push it all the way home, then use some masking tape to hold it there. Both sides. Move round. So again, push the white washer in first. Push the aluminium collet in. Tape. Very good, Philip. Tape. The last one. Fit the little white washer. Push it home all the way, and the aluminium collet. And some tape. Okay. Bring the spider back into the equation. Okay. Okay. Take the tape off. Okay, so next I think it's the platter. So this is the platter retaining screw. This is the platter. Check for any overspill of oil. Well, it goes very nicely, that bearing. So I'm just gonna, this is the platter screw on there. Just gonna put the merest, faintest little bit of grease on the threads for the platter retaining. Nervy thing. Beautiful platter. So the motor because this new old stock, this rubber band, has fallen apart. It's gone all solid and brittle. Unfortunately, it's done that on a conductive surface here. I don't know how many years this has been in its box. So what happens is the motor sits. What happens is you put your motor there, and then you lift the whole base up and put it down like so. So the motor is independent of the suspension entirely. So we can't position that until we have it in its location. And then put these covers over the pylons like so, and push them in once we've got all the setup correct. Fantastic. So next time we'll be filming the actual setup of the VTA and the final positioning of the cartridge. So that'll be the next thing that we're going to be filming.